Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This will be past, present, or future. You, someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Keep in mind that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. So it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Okay. Thank you all for your kindness and support, and thank you for being a really, really good sport. Okay. The first card that we have here, collective, is the Ten of Wands. Okay. But it looks like the Ten of Wands energy here, you are overcoming a situation. This represents you at the top here. A situation that was very, I would say, burdensome for you, if that is a word, very difficult. And at this time, you could be working on coming out of this situation. Okay. I'm also picking up on someone being released from prison or released from jail. So maybe there's a loved one that is coming home. Maybe they're writing you or calling you, letting you know that they're coming home. That came in instantly. Okay. And so maybe you are the parent. Maybe this is a child of yours or someone close to you. And, while they were doing time, you feel like, hey, I'm doing time with them, visiting, keeping money on books, etc. Staying in contact, maybe being concerned about this person's well-being while they're incarcerated. But either way, if this is not a situation of someone being released from jail or prison, this is also you just overcoming some kind of hardship or battle. And at this time, there's a lot going on in the world where people are stressed and overwhelmed. But at this time, collective, you are rising above the situation, okay? You are someone who is being looked at and observed as being the resilient one. Someone very resilient, someone very smart, very wise. People are looking and just wondering, we remember, that there was a time where the collective may have been not in their best, but you are looking well, okay? Because at the bottom of this card here, this person is, they're not, they're disheveled. But here, you've picked up all those wands, put them over your shoulder, and you're like, look, I'm going to take what was thrown at me and go somewhere and rebuild and reestablish myself. So people could be speaking of you and saying that, the collective has changed, they're rebuilding, so much so you're coming out with the energy of the Ten of Cups. Things are looking very polished and brand new with you. Very polished and brand new with you, collective. You are not who you used to be. When people last saw you, spoke to you, talked to you, and people are in shock. You may have people also staring at you, and it could have you wondering. Maybe you notice this, but you don't say anything. Like, why is that person staring at me? Like, is it some food on my mouth? Is it something wrong with my hair? Is it what's going on? And what it is, the way you are representing yourself with the Chariot energy, you are appearing to be very well balanced. You're not who you used to be. Okay. Both of the depictions at the bottom of this card, is of a different frequency here. This is you up top here. You've taken everything that was thrown in your way and you've taken it somewhere and chosen to rebuild. This could be rebuilding your life, your immediate family and your household, your career, your money, your self-esteem. Someone could be losing weight, working out, staying in the gym, male or female. Someone could be stacking their money, buying their first home, but you're appearing when people see you, when I walk through, when I walk through, when I walk through. You're coming off as very balanced, okay? You see the light like dun 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 dun, So this is how people are seeing you. You look good, you look great, you're looking amazing, and people are in shock. Okay. I'm not picking up any negative energy. They're just in shock, like, you've made a lot of positive changes. I'm going to say congratulations. You've made a lot of positive changes in your life, most likely to have a spiritual connection, and also it's allowed you to be the leader of your life. You are now harnessing leadership qualities with the Hierophant here. You're harnessing those qualities, Spirit is saying. So you could be a manager, a supervisor. Maybe you're applying for that position somewhere, or you're going to be promoted to that. But people look at you as a leader, okay? Lots of respect. Maybe you've also cut off some people from your past that you no longer deal with. So yeah, when people see you, they're shocked. These are people who haven't seen you in a long time. They're shocked at what they see. I don't know. Everyone's situation is different. Maybe they were hoping that that you would be the worst, and it turns out that you're not. Okay. hmm hmm Yeah, they know that you are spiritually connected with the Ace of Pentacles. They know that you are being protected, by the divine. You have that energy and that aura of protection. Here you go. When I walk through, you are being assisted. You are protected, and people are careful how they communicate with you and how they approach you as well. Very careful with that. Okay, how they communicate and how they approach you, because they know you aren't who you used to be. Okay, and even for those who may know of you when you were living out of your shadow side, or maybe you weren't at your highest point in life, they know to be careful how they approach you. You're not who you used to be, and they don't know how you're going to respond, so they know to be mindful. But you are protected, and that's why they are careful. They could just stare, like, really, like they're in shock. Okay. Very abundant, even if they don't know your personal business, they feel like you are the King of Pentacles. You run ish when I walk through. When I walk through, boom, boom, boom. That's all I'm hearing when I walk through. All eyes are on you, collective, and it is amazing. Okay, you've made a lot of positive changes in your life. Okay, I'm just going to keep saying congratulations. This could be maybe you no longer drink, smoke, maybe losing weight. Maybe you finished school, you got a career, maybe you were homeless, you're no longer homeless. You just made a lot of great changes. You're more confident, you have more peace in your life, and it shows. You don't look like what you've been through. Not at all. Not at all. And that's what's shocking people. What they know of you of the past could have been very mucky. You've been through a lot. You could be saying, yeah, I've been through a lot, but you don't look like it. Male or female, you make it look easy. You put that thing on every day and you make it look easy. Most definitely. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. So we have the hanged man here, okay? The hanged man. Yeah, so you're well aware of what to do whenever you have a situation, so it's not that, life don't be life, and you're someone who handles your business differently. You don't respond the way you used to respond. Maybe in the past, when you had issues, you were likely to, share your business with people, or, just was a chatty patty. But I'm picking up when you were a chatty patty, you didn't know any better. You was someone just actually seeking advice or help. And people took that the wrong way. Okay. And sometimes collective people have their minds already made up. I call it pre-orchestrated judgment of what they feel about you or how they think. So some of these people misjudged you totally, because this positive energy that you are in, Spirit is saying, these are your innate gifts and abilities that are reflecting and being presented right now. This is who you have always been. You have always been balanced, abundant, smart, wise, able to overcome, a leader. You've always been connected to the divine. It doesn't mean that you're exempt from learning and having experiences in life. We all will have situations that we're not proud of. We will all have situations that are moments of uncomfortable or dis-ease in our life, but it doesn't mean that it's not possible for you to overcome. And I must share, these people are shocked, which is sad what I'm about to say, because they were hoping that you stayed where they saw you. They were hoping that you stay in the energy of not being a leader or tapping into your leadership qualities. They were hoping that you stay feeling burdened or overwhelmed and mentally and physically and spiritually disheveled. But you overcame, this energy here. So a lot of this shock, that's what it's coming from. I gotta say it. I was holding back. Spirits like, say it. There are people applauding and shocked, but there are 99.9% who stare at you and they have their mouths wide open because they were hoping you would stay where they last saw you. And you have chosen to rise above. And so they are shocked because some of these people have even thrown things your way to try to deny your transformation. They try to deny it, but they cannot deny what is written in the stars. You know, a person can plot, plan, and strategize and throw all the malice and hatred they want, but they don't have control. They don't have the say so. So keep being the evidence of what needs to be seen. Keep being the evidence of what needs to be experienced. Keep being you. Don't ever dim your light or change who you are or how you present yourself. Because I'm picking up there are some people who are shocked because they threw some ish in your way, hoping you would never overcome it. I'm even picking up there are some people who could have done some theft and stolen some money from you, some kind of inheritance, some kind of settlement, some kind of lawsuit that they think that you're unaware of. But Spirit is saying for you not to fester or be flustered, they have to pay for that. And there could be some people or someone you have ran into, they're very shocked. And when they see you, they become nervous because they are aware and also a part of the stolen inheritance or lawsuit, some kind of settlement, some kind of money. They are aware of it and they want to know if you are aware. They are aware of it, that there is money that belongs to you that has been stolen and taken collective. And they want to know, are you aware? They want to speak to you and pick your brain so bad and find out, do you know and what you know? And are you working on something? And are you going to tell something? Or do you know something? Or are you filing some paper somewhere? Do they know? Do the collective know that I did this to them? Do the collective know I stole it? Do they know? You got some people afraid, collective. When you walk through. So those who you no longer deal with, continue to keep those people cut off. Some of these people could be the guilty parties who are the ones who could be part of the stolen inheritance or the stolen settlement money. Okay. And so when they see you or the person connected to you or these people see you, they're shocked, they're nervous, they're anxious. I'm also seeing someone anxiously calling someone on their phone. Like, guess what? I seen the collective. I don't know if they know. Did they say something about the money? No, I don't know. They didn't say nothing, but I seen them. The Five of Cups. This is the old you. This is the new you. A brighter day. And now I'm here, my, the dead has arisen. It's like you have risen from the grave. It's like, ooh-wee. That's how they feel when they see the collective. Ooh-wee. You got people scared. What collective? You got people scared. Spirit is saying they don't need to worry about you. They need to worry about Source. In that Karma Cafe. Woo-wee. You can't run from it. Especially you've been stealing. Woo. You have applied a lot of work. You've been doing a lot of work on yourself. Male or female, member, gender is fluid, and tarot. You've been doing a lot of work on yourself, a lot of work, a lot of healing, a lot of surrendering. Spirit is saying to stay focused. You do not need to mingle or allow these people to have access to you. Leave them where they are. They have nothing to say. There's a reason when you part from people. And it doesn't mean that it's always a negative thing, but Spirit wants you to keep in mind whenever we part from someone, it's because their time has expired on our timeline. And when we choose to overexert ourselves or force ourselves or force someone to be in our lives and their time has expired, there's repercussion for that. Be mindful of forcing yourself or other people where they don't belong. Some of these people are people who try to be a part of you not having this transformation in your life. Some of these people are part of this stolen money. And I'm hearing there's a group or a family, and several of these people have seen you. They know about it and they had the opportunity to mention it to you and they chose not to. But I'm seeing someone calling on their phone, anxious and nervous and afraid, and anxious and nervous and afraid. Spirit is saying they ain't got to worry about the law, worry about the spiritual law. You don't have to lift a finger, collective. Stay focused. Stay focused. Nature always takes care of its own. Every time. We watch season after season how nature takes care of its own. Mm-hmm. Summer, winter, spring, and fall. Yeah. Nature taking care of its own. Those who thought they would get away, when they see you, nature taking care of its own. So what is for you, collective, will never pass you by. And anyone who has committed any theft, they will pay for that. You don't have to sit with a looking glass, and part of their karma, a piece of their karma for stealing, they have to deal with the regular law. They have to deal with spiritual law. They have to deal with karma. But part of their karma, just a little bitty portion, is to be in the energy of the Ten of Swords. Anxious, furious, afraid, nervous, disheveled, baffled, confused, deflicted, conflicted, because they know something is coming because of their deeds, but they don't know what it is. They don't know when, they don't know how. And it's not coming from you, collective. This is spiritual law. This is spiritual law. Someone is very concerned about you being on your throne. You have had a major breakthrough, male or female. They're very concerned about you finding out. But see, what they're hyper focused on is actually backwards. It's not you that is going to pay any karma. They have to answer the divine for that, the ancestors for that, the spiritual law for that, and the citizen law for that. So what they are expecting in the way it's expected, they're expecting, their repercussion to be endured by them. It's not happening that way. It's actually coming the reciprocal and opposite, Spirit is saying. And they will be immersed in the same energy, immersed in the same energy that they projected onto you when they stole this money. And each and every time, each one of them who were part of this, they see you, they run into you, and they say nothing to you about this money that belongs to you. And this is not just one person. This is a group of people. This is a large group of people. And this is on a whole nother level. This is not on a physical level. This is spiritual. Things, upheaval occurring in their life, in their homes, etc., etc. What goes around will come back around. What you put out will always return to you. It's law. It has to. Have to be mindful. It's fun when you're reaping and you're getting something, but if it doesn't belong to you, the repercussion of that, nobody wants to be involved with that. Nobody wants to be tied to that. Spirit is saying people are scattering. They're furious. They're furious, but they can't run from it. They can't run from it. They thought you would never persevere. They thought you would stay in the shadows and, oblivious forever. They were hoping for that. But God, it's time to bring things back into balance. Back into balance. This is not about imbalance. This is about making things fair. And it looks like, to steal and take from someone is foul and wrong. But to steal and take from someone who is actually doing the work, they're in their purpose, it's like a double wrong. It's like a double whammy. It's like a double whammy. So the divine and the ancestors are here to intervene. You have nothing to fear. They want you to rest assured that everyone involved will pay for what they have taken. Everyone. And it will occur in different ways. The Karma Cafe is open 24 hours. No one knows when they're getting their serving. No one knows. And it can come in many different ways. In health, wealth, to their children, to their career, many things can occur. Many things. And this is not me saying that because I feel like that's what you want to hear. This is the message for you to rest assured. Rest and keep doing what you're doing because you're looking good. You got them with their mouths open. But the life you're living and the steps you're taking and the purpose that you are in has nothing to do with these people. This is part of your divine purpose, whatever you're doing at this time in your life. They're just shocked to see that your world is changing for the positive, and they won't be a part of it. Yeah, balance has to be restored. It has to be restored. It's law. Yeah, it's all about justice. It's all about justice. It's all about fairness for all parties involved. And the projecting and hoping and wishing to see you down, the stealing, maybe slandering your character, many other things, many, 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 many things. A lot of dark, diabolical energy. But it is being restored. All that was stolen, taken, or lost is being restored. So this concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.